I can't stop thinking about The Substance. When I finished watching it, I was like, "Oh, this movie's great. This movie's a blast." From start to finish. I just loved the look. I loved the performances. I loved the prosthetic effects. I was all about how intentional and cohesive the film was and looked, and how different it was from kind of the bland aesthetic we usually get. And I was like, yeah, and it's about how we don't treat women well. How Hollywood doesn't treat women well, how America doesn't treat women well, maybe humanity doesn't treat women well. Uh, and it's like, yeah, this movie's right. We think of old ladies as monsters, and we hypersexualize young ladies, and it's like we only cast somebody if they're hot. We only cast a young lady if they're hot. And then I was like, well, the big monster in this movie is just an old lady, right? Like in The Fly, Jeff Goldblum slowly turns into a fly, but in this, Demi Moore just turns into an old lady. She's just wrinkly and saggy. That's the big monster, right? Well, not the big monster, but the threat, the thing, the body horror is her aging, her becoming old. And that's treated like genuinely horrific. We're supposed to be grossed out and shocked. And they address the hypersexualization of young ladies by hypersexualizing young ladies. Like, I get that this is ironic. This is a form of sarcasm, right? This is a joke. We're supposed to look at this and go, this is so over the top. It's so overtly sexual that we all admit that this is a joke, that this is making fun of the thing. But it's also just doing the thing, right? A bunch of dudes left the theater thinking, man, that Margaret Qualley's super hot, right? Apparently, according to her husband, they're constantly tweeting him, can you fight? Like, I don't know. It's having its cake and it's eating it too. That's all I'm saying about The Substance.